Hello officers, welcome to Environment Series for UPSC Prelims 2026. Yesterday in our first video, we have discussed about what is the importance of environment in UPSC examination. In our second video today, let's understand the trends that are being followed in the examination. Firstly, we will see why environment as a subject is important and what is the trend that we are seeing. If you see, this subject is giving you high return on investment. What do I mean by high return on investment? If you follow any of the subjects, major subjects that are there, like the geography or economy or polity or history, here we can see from the 2024 analysis, the number of questions from economy are 14 in prelims, and from geography it is 18, from polity it is 15. But when you see only environment and ecology as a subject, you can see that there are 15 questions in preliminary examination from this subject. That means when you are investing while reading, environment and ecology might take only 1 month for understanding the concepts and the current affairs around it. Now, investing one whole month is giving you 15 questions and an average, that means around 30 marks in the paper. But if you see polity or economy as a subject in whole, you might need 2 months of preparation, and it is giving equal amount of returns of an average of 14 to 15 questions, which is again 30 marks. That is what we mean by high return on investment. So while preparing, if you are strategizing, make sure you include environment and ecology as a subject that will give you extra rewards or extra marks while strategizing your plan for the exam. Moving on, let's see how many questions are being asked in prelims examination from this subject. As you can see, from 2022 to 2025, the average number of questions is around 15 to 16 questions. And we also know that the weightage for this number of questions is 28 to 32 marks, and it ranks second after polity to have the highest number of questions that are being asked in the question paper. Then let's also see from where these questions are being picked. Now you can see this question is from the UPSC Prelims question paper of 2025. You must have seen this question where you have three statement questions. First statement is regarding activated carbon and how it is a tool to remove pollutants and effluents to remediate contaminants from various industries. And this statement 2 and statement 3 are some supporting statements that are given. Today we are not analyzing what is the correct option or the wrong option. We'll just see from where this question might have been picked. Then the next question is from UPSC Prelims Examination 2024. Which one of the following shows unique relationship with an insect that have co-evolved with it, and that is the only insect that can pollinate this tree? So we have different species that are there. Now, the usual notion around these questions is these questions might be in news in some newspaper that we might have not read enough, or it might be in some article in some website that is there, or ministry website that we might have missed. But if you observe very carefully, I will show you from where they're picked exactly. Both of them are picked from NCERTs directly. So here are the images from where they're picked. You can see that from the watermark that it is NCERT, and this is also NCERT. You can see that direct statements like activated carbon filters are used for bioremediation purposes here. So what is the concept of bioremediation? The whole chapter is given in NCERT, as well as the fig and the wasp example is given in the picture for the example of interactions under mutualism. And this has been clearly explained under the picture, the whole paragraph where the question is picked from. So this is not a random current affairs article, or the species are not being picked up randomly. They are picked up from the NCRTs, and every single example that is being given in NCRTs and every single picture that is there, all the terms have become much more important and relevant for the exam point of view. So instead of going for resources and current affairs from different varied sources, first try to understand what is given in the NCRTs, every term, every example, and every concept that is being talked about. Once you learn all of them in detail, only then try to add one reference source or current affairs material. Do not go around beating the bush. This will give you high returns in this subject, environment and ecology. So now let's analyze and decode the complete trend. What we have seen is that the number of questions that are being asked, there is a shift from asking from a particular concept to mixing the concept from various different subjects, like concepts like ecology, biodiversity, climate change, conservation, and environmental policies are being asked with respect to science and technology, with respect to policies and governance that is there in the country. And every year, average of 18 to 22 questions are being asked. And the overlapping subjects, like if there are three statements in a question, you can see that one statement would be from geography, one would be from agriculture, one would be from science and technology, one would be from current affairs somewhere. So there is a mix of environment and ecology with SNT or with agricultural part, making it much more dynamic in nature. Then the concepts or the type of questions are conceptual, current affairs oriented, species that are in use, and that which are mentioned in the NCRT, then national and international environmental policies, as well as conservation initiatives that are there. Now the difficulty level, mostly if there are 15 questions on an average, 12 questions would be moderate to easy in nature, and 3 to 4 questions would be of tough nature. So your target would be to understand and mark those 12 questions right. That will increase your probability of clearing prelims cutoff. Yes. Now, moving on, year-wise trend. It increases the significance because of the climate change related issues and policies that are there. So every day in news, we are seeing new kinds of technologies being developed for climate change, new kind of policies being brought for sustainable development. So everything is interlinked, and because this is continuously in news, there is high probability of questions being asked from these topics regularly. Then we can see what are the repeated themes that are being asked: biodiversity, protected areas, environmental acts and conventions, climate change, pollutions, and conservation strategies. So this is the overall trend that has been observed since past 10 years in environment. To understand what are the high yielding topics from every chapter, we'll see that in our next video. So please follow us and click on the subscribe button for more such videos in this series. Thank you.